How's it going, guys? Kevin Claibs here and welcome to Ark Lost Island. Now in this guide I'm going to be showing you where to find lots of cinema crops, the best location for them, and how best to tame them. Now this one location will have as many cinema crops as you want, and it is a really easy location in terms of what is around, how to find them, but I'll go into that a little bit more shortly. Now cinema crops are a passive tame. They require chitin, which is needed to go into the last slot of the inventory, like so. Now I do recommend you have around about 30 to 40 chitin if you can manage it. More the better. Again, I'll go into a little bit more about that shortly. And please bear in mind not to wear chitin armour. If you wear chitin armour, they will attack you. Ghillie armour you can wear to get there, to avoid any confrontation with other dinos, but in terms of trying to tame the cinema crops, you're going to have to take it off, and it can get a little bit tiresome. In my opinion, you don't need the ghillie armor. Okay, so where do we need to go? Now we're going to be going 6553. You can get there multiple ways. Obviously land mounts, which is great, but there is dense jungle. Ton of dense jungle, quite dangerous areas. The other way is raft, and if you've got a flying mount, then great stuff. But basically it's 6553. Now I'm going to load up a heat map in the screen now, and as you can see, the darker areas, the green, are where they spawn. I'll also reinforce that with a mod that shows you the locations, and obviously when we get there you'll be able to see them all. Again, this is a really, well, it's not really safe, but it's the safest location I found, and I've been pretty much everywhere. Now, what do we expect when we get there? There may be a couple of Titanoboas and Athrops, which obviously can kill your armour, the centipedes, so do be careful of those. Barring that, you're going to see a couple of stags, and that's pretty much it. Okay, let's go there right now. We're going to be doing this on the cinema crops, and for those who don't know how the cinema crops work, obviously you've got the flying. It's almost like a jetpack. You can glide and you can parachute. Really good to have, like a game changer in all honesty. It's very good for obviously going forward and taming dinos and just flying around them. You want to get high level 1 as high as possible, but again, I'll go in that a little bit more in detail, but let's get to the location. Okay guys, so we are now just entering the location. So what you'll see is this channel that goes through, the slim channel, again, 6553, give or take. And what you're going to do is, there's two sort of bridges here, one there, one directly underneath. You're going to go there, there's sort of a large opening, and almost a waterfall as well. Now here is pretty much where you're going to be finding a lot of the cinema crops. Now what I do recommend is you'll probably stay here during the course of the day and during the course of the night. Campfire it up. Do not rush it whatsoever. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm also going to show you locations. Okay, so as you can see, this is showing all the cinema crops in this particular area. It is absolutely chock full of them, chock full of them. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now is letting them almost approach us. Now, the way to do it is, if you're sort of beyond the 100 metre mark, you want to get closer to around about 50, 40 metres. Once you've approached the 50-40 metres, slow right down, let them come to you. Love hearts will typically appear. Now what you will find in this particular location is you'll get bombarded by cinema crops, one after another, after another, after another. Now hence the 30 to 40 chitin. You'll probably walk away with more than one cinema crops. There is nowhere really for them to go, apart from going up to the cliff wall and then getting stuck. If they do, then back away. Don't go near them, just let them do the thing. So what you want to be doing is you want to be going for the higher level cinema crops, and what you will be finding is that the higher the level, the less they sort of decay in terms of tame. You get a low level one, like a level 30, they'll go down a lot faster in the tame, and it'll get very, very frustrating for you. Don't chase them. Once you've got one Cinnamocrops, it becomes a hell of a lot easier. Now, the other thing that I found is you will typically need to clear the areas of anything, billows, anything like that. They can get spooked quite easily. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to let the Cinnamocrops come to me. 145, feed at the chitin, sorry, the chitin, and away it goes. Then I am going to effectively trap the Cinnamocrops. 145, and there we go. Now, they can drop, you've got to be careful of them. The higher the level, the slower they drop. It can get very frustrating with low level Cinnamocrops. They do drop quite quickly. But guys, if you keep on just maintaining a distance between you and the Cinnamocrops, you should be fine. There is no sort of traps that you can use to get them. The net gun doesn't work. You can use cages. They have there was issues to begin with the game whereby people were trying to trap them. It was working, but they have ironed out those bugs. They are pretty much untrappable. If you try and close them in any sort of dinosaur gates, anything, they won't like it and they'll try and fly away. Okay, so I've got a level 130 and 140 going up around about 9%. And there is more to come, guys. So you're just going to maintain a distance. It can get a little bit frustrating, but they will be, if you be patient, they will come to you. Just make sure the area is very, very clear. Feed to tame, and there we go, 17.7. Pretty much rinse and repeat, guys. So hopefully you shouldn't have to stay too long. It may be an overnight, stay over. But I can assure you guys, you'll probably get more than one Cinnamocrops. So I do hope you enjoyed the guide. Remember to like, subscribe and comment. Ciao for now. Bye bye.